Hello, my good man.
Yo, what's up? It's Bert.
Say what's up in Ernie's voice.
Yo, what's up? How you guys doing?
That sounded a bit more like Shaggy.
La 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 la, la 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 la. Elmo's this goldfish. He's clean too.
Okay, write a narrative story that includes a narrator talking, which would be me, I'll be the narrator, and then the two characters being
Bert Ernie.
Bert and Ernie from Sesame Street. In this story, Bert and Ernie travel to the local bar. But it's not just any bar. It's a Sesame Street bar.
Yeah.
During their adventures, Bert orders way more than he should, and Ernie tries to encourage him to slow it down, aka stop the drinking so much.
Yeah, Bert, stop drinking too goddamn much, Bert.
Yeah, Bert, stop it. Stop it. Include voice lines from Bert and Ernie and the narrator narrating the story that can be easily read. Alright, ready? 3, 2, 1, click. Let's see what this thing comes up with. It's called Drinking at Sesame Street. Can you read it okay? Let me see if I can zoom in. Can you see it?
Oh, yay. Yeah, now I can.
Yeah, the power of holding control and zooming in with the scroll wheel. The power. Alright, ready?
Okay, let's do it.
Okay, I'm the narrator, and I'm gonna try my best to be a narrating narrator. The sun had set on Sesame Street, and Bert and Ernie were itching for a night out. They'd heard about a bar nearby that was the talk of the town, and they were eager to check it out. As they walked towards the bar, the streetlights lit up the way for them.
Ernie, I'm so excited to finally try out this bar. I heard that there's milkshakes in town.
Exclaimed Bert. Ernie chuckled.
Well, Bert, it's not just any bar. It's the Sesame Street bar. And I don't think they only serve milkshakes.
As they entered the bar, Bert's eyes lit up at the sight of the extensive drink menu. He immediately ordered a chocolate milkshake and a root beer float. Ernie raised an eyebrow at Bert's excessive order.
Bert, I think that's enough for now. Remember, we have to walk back home later.
But Bert was too caught up in the moment.
Come on, Ernie. Let's live a little.
The bartender overheard their conversation and chimed in. Hey guys, I can make you a special drink if you're feeling adventurous. Bert's eyes widened with excitement.
Yes, please. What kind of drink is it?
The bartender smiled mischievously. It's a mix of all our strongest drinks. We call it the Sesame Street Slam. Ernie's eyes widened in shock.
Bert, I don't think that's a good idea. You've already had so much to drink.
But Bert was determined to try the slam.
I'll take 2, please.
Ernie groaned.
Oh boy, here we go again.
As Bert downed the Sesame Street Slam, he began to feel dizzy and unsteady on his feet. Ernie quickly grabbed him before he could fall over.
I think it's time for us to go home. You had too much to drink,
said Ernie, trying to keep Bert upright. Bert slurred his words.
Ernie, I don't want to go home yet. I want to dance.
As Bert stumbled towards the dance floor, the narrator chimed in. And so, Bert's wild night at the Sesame Street bar came to an end. Although he may have had a bit too much to drink, he learned a valuable lesson about pacing himself. Ernie rolled his eyes.
God damn it, Bert, come on! Let's get you home!
And with that, Bert and Ernie left the bar and walked back to their apartment, giggling and stumbling all the way. This should be an actual book. This should be in the children's book section at Walmart. Actually, I'm gonna copy this. So then I have this acts as a little template. It's like a sandwich, and then in between here I write what it's gonna be.
A sandwich.
This is gonna be a banger. This is gonna be a banger. Bert and Ernie's always dreamed of becoming firefighters. They loved the idea of rushing into burning buildings and recruiting people in need. So they decided to take matters into their own hands and become the best firefighters the world has ever seen. Oh my god, it is just like a template. It says the exact same thing the narrator chimed in halfway through. That's funny. Okay. In this story, Bert and Ernie decide they want to be the best firemen of all time. But things go very wrong when they don't actually know anything about what they're doing. And they end up destroying the fire department and everything. Meanwhile, while this is all going on, the fire chief is on vacation and knows nothing about this until he gets back home from vacation. When the fire chief gets back home, he is furious. This needs to be a movie. Bert and Ernie had always dreamed of becoming firefighters. They loved the idea of rushing into burning buildings and rescuing people in need, so they decided to take matters into their own hands and become the best firefighters the world has ever seen.
Bert, we're going to the most amazing firefighters in the world.
Exclaimed Ernie, his eyes gleaming with excitement. Bert nodded enthusiastically.
Ernie, we'll start by practicing right here at the Sesame Street Fire Department.
I didn't even know Sesame Street had a fire department. As they entered the fire department, Bert and Ernie looked around at all the equipment, unsure of where to start. Ernie scratched his head.
Not sure to use any of this stuff.
Bert looked around at the fire trucks.
Well, let's start by taking the fire truck out for a spin.
And with that, Bert and Ernie hopped into the fire truck and started driving around Sesame Street, sirens blaring. But they quickly realized that they didn't know how to drive a fire truck properly. They careened around corners and crashed into mailboxes, causing chaos and destruction everywhere they went. Ernie looked panicked.
Bert, we need to stop. We're causing more harm than good.
But Bert was too caught up in the moment.
Don't worry, Ernie. We're firefighters. We can handle anything.
As they pulled up to a burning building, Bert and Ernie realized that they had no idea how to put out the fire. They started spraying water everywhere, soaking everything in sight, but the fire continued to rage on. The narrator chimed in. And so, Bert and Ernie's dreams of becoming firefighters quickly turned into a disaster. They destroyed the fire department and caused chaos all around Sesame Street. Meanwhile, the fire chief was on vacation and knew nothing about the destruction that Bert and Ernie had caused. But when he returned home and saw the state of the fire department, he was furious. Oh. What on earth happened here? Yelled the fire chief, shaking his head in disbelief. I'm now the fire chief. Bert and Ernie sheepishly admitted that they had no idea what they were doing and that they had caused all the destruction. The fire chief sighed. Well, you may have destroyed the fire department, but I can see that you both have a lot of heart. Let's start by teaching you the basics of firefighting. And maybe one day, you'll be the best firefighters in the world. And with that, Bert and Ernie started their training, determined to one day become the best firefighters in the world. But this time, they were going to do it the right way.
Bert and Ernie go to Disney World to meet Donald Duck.
In this story, Bert and Ernie have a overwhelmingly obsession with Donald Duck.
Eventually.
Nope, Speedos. Alright, I'm like the Heisenberg with storytelling.
Oh my god, I don't know if I'm gonna do this one, it's too funny.
In this story, Bert and Ernie have an overwhelmingly obsession with Donald Duck from Disneyland. So they one day decide to pack their bags, which include underwear and Speedos, and travel to Disneyland to meet their idol. One thing on Bert's bucket list when they get there and meet up with Donald Duck is to show him his prized pair of golden Speedos and beg him to try them on, which results in them getting kicked out of Disneyland for making Donald Duck try on their used pair of Speedos. Bert and Ernie had always been huge fans of Donald Duck from Disneyland. They had posters of him on their walls and would watch his cartoons every day.
Bert, we have to meet Donald Duck.
Exclaimed Ernie, his eyes shining with excitement. Bert nodded eagerly.
You're right, Ernie. Let's pack our bags and head to Disneyland.
As they packed their bags, Bert carefully checked his prized possession, a pair of golden Speedos. He'd always dreamed of showing them off to Donald Duck. The narrator chimed in, and so Bert and Ernie set off on their journey to Disneyland, with their bags packed full of clothes, including their prized Speedos. When they arrived at Disneyland, Bert and Ernie ran straight to the park, eager to meet their idol. They searched high and low, but they couldn't find Donald Duck anywhere. Ernie looked disappointed.
Bert, where is he? We have to meet him.
Bert looked around.
Don't, Ernie. I have an idea.
And with that, Bert put on his golden Speedos and marched straight to the front gate of Disneyland, demanding to see Donald Duck. The security guards were taken aback by Bert's boldness, but they allowed him to enter the park, thinking that he must have been an important guest. As Bert and Ernie searched for Donald Duck, they finally found him near a lake, enjoying a swim.
Bert, this is it. Show him your Speedos,
exclaimed Ernie. Bert proudly showed off his golden Speedos to Donald Duck, begging him to try them on. Donald Duck looked disgusted. No way, buddy, those are your used Speedos. I don't want to touch those. And so, Bert's dream of showing off his prized golden Speedos to Donald Duck quickly turned into a nightmare. They were kicked out of Disneyland for making inappropriate requests, and they left the park, their tails between their legs. Bert and Ernie learned a valuable lesson that day, that sometimes it's better to keep your obsession to yourself and not force them on others, especially your idols.
Yeah, Bert Ernie, goddammit.